Alright YouTube, so for this vlog, I'll be talking about my Pokemon sci-fi movie pitch. I talked a lot about my Pokemon horror movie starring, or at least debuting, Gengar as the antagonist, who is a horrifying villain in this movie portrayed by Mr. Luke. And this vlog will be somewhat similar because I'll be basing this sort of movie off the upcoming movie Predator Badlands, sort of, because the trailer was the inspiration for this vlog. So let's just dive in. So needless to say, the Hoenn region has a lot of super cool Pokemon that could all have their, or many of them at least, could have their own movies, like, you know, see a Zangoose versus a Viper type movie with the snake and the mongoose, or, you know, movies about Rayquaza and Kyogre and Groudon could be a cool movie. And, you know, for that, I will not be talking about that because this vlog will be sort of Sceptile fighting alien movie, because Sceptile is my favorite Pokemon, well, second favorite Pokemon, or favorite Pokemon from this region. And I don't know, sort of the idea from this vlog pitched from sort of in the Predator Badlands when he has like the swords. Sceptile has swords on his forearms, so I think he's a good candidate for that. But also I think Sceptile's kind of underrated because although I do think he is fairly popular, I feel like he deserves even more recognition. And, you know, while I do love Swampert and Blaziken, Sceptile is my homie. So I would make the villain of this Pokemon movie, of course, Deoxys, the alien Pokemon by far, who is so incredibly interesting, creative, and badass, which are all qualities I love. It also fits like a glove in the sci-fi genre because, you know, we don't have too many sci-fi-like Pokemon, at least not along the lines of Deoxys, or at least Deoxys, I believe, was like pretty much the first to do it and may even be, well, actually, now that I remember, there are a lot of other alien Pokemon, but Deoxys did it first. So I feel like, even though this may be a slight tangent, that in the game, Sceptile is a much more special attacker, but in this movie, he will not be using special attack moves like Energy Ball and Dragon Breath. Instead, he'll be using what was once his signature move, Leaf Blade and Crunch and Dragon Claw, and a lot of other Pokemon moves that are physical attacks, because in my opinion, he looks much more like a physical attacker than a special attacker. But needless to say, he'll also use some cool fire type moves maybe, or dragon type, my bad. So in this vlog thumbnail, you likely saw the images I found and pulled from Google Images of a realistic Sceptile, and I think it looks incredible. I also saw some realistic Deoxys looking drawings, and it just looked breathtakingly beautiful. So Sceptile, of course, in this movie, his primary goal is his primary strength rather, is his speed and his physical attacks, but he is no match for the Deoxys speed or Deoxys attack, which Sceptile later learns and gets humbled, and later needs to recruit other Pokemon to discover more about these mysterious aliens before they reach his hometown, where the person who trained Sceptile is currently living, and Sceptile does not want him to get hurt along with his family. Ultimately, I think there are a lot of cool Pokemon that could be even bigger threats than Deoxys, such as Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, the big three, as well as even some other ones like Salamence or Metagross could be, you know, the pseudo-legendaries. They could also be big threats to this town. I don't know, I just love this idea of legendary Pokemon being evil and the starters being the protagonists. Just, you know, a cool movie pitch idea I thought of, this Pokemon sci-fi movie. So what do you guys think? Am I just talking nonsense, or is this a good movie pitch? I don't know, I think it's cool. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and shout out to the artwork, or the artist who created this artwork, I should say. And shout out to Husky for the beats. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay for more soon. Peace.